We're gonna do this one the right way. Pisces.
Let's get this no makeup full glam look done. Okay, that was a bit of a tongue twist. It's actually crazy, right? It's no makeup look, but it's makeup. Basically, you look like you didn't really put that much effort, and you make your makeup look like minimum, like it's like you didn't put a lot of effort, yet it's a proper full glam. So yeah, let's get to it. Obviously, your sunscreen first after you've moisturized your face, and I'm using this. It's a prime, setting, and hydrating spray, and I love it for that. Okay, I put it as a primer. I'm gonna put on my makeup. I'm gonna set with it, and later in the day, if I need some refreshment on my face, a bit of a touch up, all I need to do is just spray this and it will hydrate me. But anyway, I'm gonna first do my lashes. I use clusters. I'm gonna use 10 millimeter and 12 millimeter. See you now. Lashes are done. We can start with the makeup while I'm also just letting my wig set. Okay, I'm back to this again. I'm just going to spray it again. This is literally, I think, my third time. And funny enough, I also just use it like during the day. I'll be home. And then I just feel like I'm a bit hydrated, especially in this winter. Just spray it just to, wake me up a bit. So lashes are done. I still need to be careful just to make sure the glue is, it's really done properly. I'm going to be outdoors the whole day, okay? It's in the middle of winter here in South Africa, so you can imagine the sun hits quite hard during the day, and it's nice because it's cold, right? So the sun is nice, so you want to sit in the sun. That's why I'm like putting a lot of sunscreen, because I want to be in the sun. I'm not going to put on a hat. I want to like just soak in that sun. That's the plan. So this is how I do my makeup. I'm not kidding when I say I put minimum, right? I haven't been using foundation in a minute. I just find that these days when I put on a lot of foundation, my makeup just ends up being too cakey. So I try to put as minimum as possible. And this is what I mean when I say no makeup look, because look how this is blending. What I'm using is a quick something, sorry man, that brand from Mr. Price by the Tabete ladies, siblings. Yes, that brand, that's the one I'm using. And it's basically 6 shades of concealer, right? So I'm using one of the darker shade of the concealer as a foundation. That's what you're seeing here. So I had to change my light because I felt like I was facing the window, so it was just too much light. So you're not going to see the realistic of the video. But now I'm facing the other way. Luckily, the lighting is still very much good. That's an iPhone for you. Thank you very much. For concealer, right, I'm using, what is the name of the concealer I use again? It's I can't believe I forgot the name. Yeah, this one, it's I'll remember just now. So this is where I do my placement. I now avoid putting too much concealer. LA Girl Pro Concealer. LA Girl, thank you. It's LA Girl Concealer. So my placement is very strategic because, again, I'm not putting anything too close to my eyelids because that's where the buildup gets to be and the caking starts and then the cracking. And then there you are the whole day. You look like something is wrong with me. It's happened to me recently. So I've now changed a little bit the way I do my makeup. I'm trying different ways. and see what works. Because I feel like because we mostly work from home and one doesn't do makeup all the time, you forget. And it's very important that you always just do your makeup, even if you go into the shops, just put a little bit. And I don't know, it's always good to just show up looking. It just looks a little bit more professional, especially when you are older. When you're younger, you can still rock your beautiful skin that's very what's the word, a very youthful skin. But when you get older, you just do a nice touch up, okay, and look nice and clean and sought after. So once I've placed my concealer, and I'm literally waiting for it to just dry, not dry, but blend. I'm gonna do my lashes, not my lashes, my brows. I freestyle my brows, guys. Like, I freestyle. I don't have a technique. I freestyle. I'm definitely gonna need to be closer to the mirror just to try and get the second one right. But yeah, that's just me freestyling. This is by far my favorite part of doing my makeup, is when you have to start blending in everything, right? And you see your face transforming. You can see like how that makeup comes together, right? I really enjoyed this. This is fun. This is so relaxing. Well, unless you're super late. But if you do your makeup, unlike me, on time all the time, you'll have the best time. I have to be honest, I still enjoy it, even though I know I'll be running late. You can start seeing out those cheekbones, like that. What do you call this? That contour. You can start seeing it in J, getting it into placement. You with the concealer blending in, you come to life. Like, you look so fresh. You've literally covered those eye bags in an instant. And to think that I was worried about how my makeup is going to turn out, because the night before I was crying my balls out, just going through an emotional period in J for a couple of hours in the evening. And then I went to bed. So when I woke up, my eyes were swollen, and I'm like, really, girl, you're gonna pick today to look like this when you have an event to go to, when you have to have a nice snatched face for hours on end in this weather? Put yourself together. So I'm glad this makeup is really coming together. So once I've done the blending, the contouring again, just reinforcement. And I like this brush. The thing about it is that you want to just place it flat, going down and creating that line. And honestly speaking, I use my same contour just to put on my, as an eyeshadow, right? So just darken that area there. You can see that the scalp is coming out, okay? Not the scalp, the sculpture. Not the scalp, the sculpture. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, a perfect sculpture. Yeah, that's what it's called. Just reinforcing that that contour, right? And I think that's the thing about makeup. You have to just find that balance with, how you do your makeup versus watching someone do their makeup or teaching you how to do the makeup. At the end of the day, the way we do makeup might be slightly different, because we probably have different focus areas, right? I might be insecure about, I don't know, my little wrinkles under my eyes. So I want to cover that as much as possible. I know I'm also insecure about my eyes. My eyes are too small. And the only way they actually pop out nicely is if I've got some eyeliner on my eyes and I've got lashes. Otherwise, I just look like a little kid, and I just don't like it. I really don't like how small they are. So because we've got different problem areas or insecurities that we're really trying to like cover up with this, that's the whole point, right? With makeup, and you just want to look good and flawless. Okay, this is when we get to look perfect. Yeah, like, okay, maybe we don't look perfect, but you literally going for perfection. Yes, let me put it like that. You are going for perfectionist. Let's hydrate and get back to the game. Love water sometimes. Okay, so now that we've done our concealer, we need to bake, right? We need to bake. I don't use a lot of product when I bake because, again, so I've got dry skin, number one, and I think at this age, try not to put as much product because it will build up under your eyes. Listen, it's going to build up under your eyes. Trust me, I'm traumatized because it happened. I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. It happened. Okay, I went on an event. I went to an event and my makeup was done. And I made a mistake. I tried something that I've never done before and my makeup cracked. I think I saw a TikTok and it said that this older lady was saying that try putting some, what do you call this thing? Like a shimmer, like a gel shimmer under your eyes to give it a glow before you start applying concealer. That's what I think she said. But maybe she just said, just put it under your eyes instead of a concealer. Now I thought as a base, I did that. I had never done it before. And I'm doing it to go to an event. Like, don't try new things when you're going somewhere. Try them maybe at home or maybe where you're just going to the shops or whatever, I don't know. But a serious event, do not try anything new. Do not try anything new, especially that's drastically new. Techniques here and there you can. But anyway, I baked as little as I could, and I would literally just make sure that I always put that bake on the back of my palm, or rather the back of my hand, and then rub it and then put it on. Now, here's the thing about me and eyeliner. I love eyeliner, a black eyeliner. What did I say? Like, my eyes are small. The black eyeliner literally opens my eyes. Okay, they look bigger, they look cute. That's why I love it. And if I use a pencil, my eyes tend to become teary throughout the day, I guess. And what tends to happen is that then the liner smudges. Fine. I then invested in a gel, like black gel, like a gel liner. And that's what I'm using now, using a flat brush and helping me like shape it, right? And sometimes I make a mistake like this. Can you see this one is a little bit lower compared to the other one? I have to fix it. So I'm going to take a brush. And anyway, this is what I now do to try and avoid that smudge. You know, it happens to me all the time, and I just hate that. Like, on the corner of your eyes, you'll see that the liner has now built up towards that, because I think also because your skin becomes oily, and then so it collects that liner from the lining, and then the black just goes all the way down. So I'm literally trying to like blend it in so that it's not concentrated enough for it to sort of smudge. That's the plan now. And I think also it'll help blend that lower liner that I took a bit too low. So I'll just have to blend it like that. So yeah, and then my liner is done. My lashes are done. I'm already feeling cute. Let's brush off that baking that we did, just simply by blending everything in. And already I'm liking my look. You can see it does not look like a lot of makeup. Like, you're not going to say, oh my goodness, she has so much makeup. It doesn't look like that. Okay, maybe inside the house. But to me, it doesn't look like a lot of makeup, you know, and no eyeshadow as such. It just looks very natural and like a soft glam, basically. Yeah, that's what I want to show you. And this is what I do all the time. I just get better at it. But all these steps, that's just what I do. I don't know why I changed the lighting here. I think I moved the the light somewhere else. I don't know. I can't remember. But let's blush, right? I'm using a powder blush, Miss London brand. You can use it as an eyeshadow as well. It's quite pigmented, so I don't take a lot. I just take a little bit and then I put it in. And I also remembered that I've seen that for your, your blush and your highlighter to sort of highlight your cheekbones even higher. After you put your blush, go ahead with the loose powder and powder around your concealer area, and then it will create that, the break between where your concealer and where your blush and your highlighter sort of is placed. So that's what I do. So this one that I'm using is, I put it from Zara. It's a gel highlighter. And yeah, it's silver, it's nice. I like it. I like mixing also like powder and gel, but gel is good because it also sort of close up your face a little bit. It doesn't look dry. It looks sort of nicely moist and stuff. So I'm also going to just highlight the corners of my eyes and then just see if I like it. I honestly just freestyle my makeup. And I believe it just always looks really good. I always feel very confident unless I've just overdone my under eyes. I think, my biggest thing is just my under eyes looking good. I'm fine. And also just the eyeliner not smudging. Those are the two things that I'm always looking out for when I get my face done, So let's just line the lips and get this done. I do like a matte lip look, especially if I'm going to be out the whole day. It's clean, it's low maintenance, but you have to make sure that you hydrate your lips below that. So I'm going to use just a normal lip gloss and then put the L'Oreal matte lip. I can't remember the color of this, but if you want to know, let me, just drop a comment and I'll check it for you again. Voila. Here is my makeup look after I'm done with my wig, which turned out to look so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's put on some earrings and just finish the look. But yeah, I'm proud of this look for sure. Okay, I've just sprayed on my setting spray, right? And I want you to see how incredible and important a setting spray is. You saw how my makeup was when I did the reveal, and it looked nice. But now it's literally coming together. It's almost like that setting spray is just, I don't know, just pulling in all the different colors, the bronzes, the different browns on my skin, and I just love it. It just comes to life. So don't sleep on a setting spray, guys, especially a good one. I love this one. Like, it's my new favorite. And trust me, I did some testing around. Okay, I went to Clicks. I tested a few different ones. There were ones that were way more expensive than this, but quite disappointing because sometimes they leave you with that gluey feel on your skin. Like there was a L'Oreal one, I think it was like 800. But I'm telling you, that can, I almost felt like there was a Got2b spray in it. It was so weird. Look at my look. It's done. Now I'm just showing you just a different angle. How pretty is this? How cool is this? And I'm just playing around with my hair because I'm so proud of how it turned out. If you would like to see my installation, I also did capture that. I'm going to do a separate video for that because I don't want this to be too long. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're still watching, thank you. I really appreciate it. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one.
Might just risk my life to keep you dry when it rains. Might just fall in love, a little hug can make me stay. Mystics make